Okay, okay. Sorry, still getting used to this camera. Barely used it, as you can tell. Hello everybody, guys and gals of the internet. It's Seven Chaos of YouTube. And I guess, welcome to the, not only the first, the Seven Chaos previews of 2015, but in some weird way, I guess, the first 7 Chaos previews ever, at least since my channel update back in last August. I did do these kind of videos before, where I basically sit down, like now, and basically talk about the games I'm going to be picking up for any particular week. Like this week, there is a release tomorrow, which is the Resident Evil remake, the third one, I guess, well, second one, if you don't count the original. Basically, comes out tomorrow for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I'll be picking up the PlayStation 4 version. It's really very simple as to why. Really because, well, that's where it was born, you know. I think I would have the best chance of at least doing something good with this playthrough if I picked it up for the console that, you know, the game was born on, which was Resident Evil Director's Cut or original for the PlayStation 1. So, excuse me, it makes more sense to pick up the PlayStation 4 version of the remake. I'm probably going to suck because unlike Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 5 and maybe in some cases Resident Evil 6, even though that was quite a long playthrough, I've barely ever played Resident Evil 1. I think I've only played it. I played it a lot, but I don't think I ever beat it. So this this playthrough could be fun. I could completely suck at it, to be quite honest. And I never played the remake either. I only owned the GameCube for little over a month to do my Sonic Adventure GameCube playthrough replay and Sonic Heroes and Metal Gear Solid 1: The Twin Snakes. I did plan to get the Resident Evil remake for the GameCube, but then I heard that the remake was coming out. So I decided to wait and pick up the remake version instead. Basically, it's going to be the remake, like next-gen graphics, in a sense, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Not that anyone should care, but that's what everyone kind of focuses on these days. And I believe that's it in terms of releases. 2015 is going to be rather quiet. Well, not quiet, really. The first part of the year is nuts. You know, Nintendo seem to be coming out with a hell of a lot of games in March, April, and May. It's just crazy. I think I'll run through a little bit what I'm going to do now, because I'll turn it into a channel update, because like I said, Resident Evil is kind of the only game I'm picking up, and there's a lot of things I want to talk about, so I thought I'd do it in this video rather than somewhere else. So I guess the first thing to really talk about for the channel update part of the segment is some of the games that are coming out in the early part of the year. I haven't really done a gaming schedule yet because all the dates are pretty scarce. From what I know, Nintendo is bringing out Mario Party 10, I think the Legend of Zelda game that's coming out for the 3DS, and a bunch of other stuff in like March, April, May. There's a bunch of games supposedly coming out in March, April, May. Some of them I can't even remember. I know the order is in February, so I'll obviously do a 7 Chaos previews for that. Dying Light is next week. I was thinking about it, but it looks a lot like Dead Island to me. And when I played Dead Island on Riptide, I didn't like it. The controls were all over the place. They were awful. It was some of the worst gaming controls I've ever seen. So I probably won't be picking that up, even though it is co-op. I probably might later, but I'm going to pick it up on day of release, especially when I'm going to be getting my teeth into Resident Evil, and that could take me a long time. So be warned, I'm going to suck. I'm probably going to say that at the beginning of the playthrough as well. But so Dying Light is next week. The order's in February. There's a bunch of games in March, April, and May that I can't even remember at this point. The new F1 2015 is supposedly coming out in the early part of the season as well for a change. What else is there? Jesus, there is a lot. I think no, Xenoblade are later. You know what? I can barely remember any of the stuff that's like come out. I think E3 is when we're going to see the big stuff, like Star Wars and stuff. But that's for another day. So yeah, I was trying to remember what games were coming out, and I completely failed. I haven't done this kind of video in a while, so bear with me. The other thing I want to say is apologies for the uploads being all over the place and the most scarce stuff ever. I haven't really got a schedule. I probably should make one, but I don't. I just upload when I feel like it. I'm lazy. No, I'm kidding. No, I do apologise. I'm kind of all over the place. The kind of games I've already kept with is FIFA for the PlayStation 4. That playthrough is the only thing I've really kept constantly going. I know, like, again, there's not a lot of stuff coming out, guys. There's, I know I said that 2014 is really busy. That's mostly because of Nintendo, believe it or not. Nintendo seemed to have the most kind of release dates for the first half of the year, or first 4 months of the year, whatever. Sony's got one, I think that was the exclusive, like, the order, and cross-platform is Dying Light. Mortal Kombat's coming out in April, yes, that's another one I just remembered. Street Fighter 5, I'm not sure when that's coming out. I can't remember anything. The one that sticks out of me is, of course, Mortal Kombat 10 in April. That's going to be sick. So yeah, apologies for uploads being all over the place and just being when I can be bothered. You know, I don't really have a schedule. I probably should make one, but you know, I'm not really too fussed about it. You know, this is something I do for fun, and I don't really feel like, if I don't feel there's a schedule I need to keep to, then I don't think about it. You know, I just upload stuff when I feel like it. Although there is a couple of things I've got to finish before I start Resident Evil. Mind you, I'm going to probably start Resident Evil anyway, because I did finish episode 4 of The Walking Dead Season 1 last night. It actually went up finally at the end of that episode last night, so I think that's probably where I'm going to leave it for now. I will upload probably, you will have obviously seen the 2 WWE 2K videos that I've uploaded tonight. I'm not going to go upload anything of like playthrough wise because of Resident Evil tomorrow. You know, I'm kind of at a point with The Walking Dead Season 1 where I can actually stop for a bit and upload something else. That is a good place to kind of hold it for a bit. I do have some playthroughs backlogged. Me and Lady Tom will complete Halo Anniversary. That's done. We've still got to play through Halo 2. We haven't even started that yet. That's from the Halo Master Chief Collection. Halo 3 is done. Myself, Lady Tom, and our friend Sonic Fire did the co-play through that. A warning on that, you won't be able to see hear Sonic Fire talking because there's no way to have his voice come through the TV on the Xbox One. It is kind of a bit of annoying, really, because I had that with the 360 where you could actually put the voices of the other competitors or partners, per se, on the TV. And you can't do that with the Xbox One as far as I know. If anybody knows how to do that, then let me know, but I haven't found it yet. So, fortunately you won't hear Callum through Halo 3 and 4, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, because the end of Halo 3 was crazy. We were all like shouting and shit. It was an epic end, it was great. But I haven't really uploaded any of those playthroughs yet, because I've been busy with other things, I guess. So Halo 1 is done, Halo 2 needs doing, Halo 3 is done, Halo 4 isn't ongoing, we've actually started that. That's kind of the reason why I haven't uploaded Halo 1 at all, because I want to finish the series first. I want to get it done, and then I know that it's done and I can upload it. So, you know, I don't want to be partway through, let's say, Halo 1 in terms of uploads, and then we just don't play Halo 2 for 6 months. You know, I kind of, you know what I mean. I don't want to get all caught up and stuff. I want to kind of space things out and make sure, like I said earlier, I've kind of finished episode 4 of The Walking Dead, and now I'm going to actually upload. I've uploaded 2K videos from the Best Friends Video Enemies playthrough that I did, and obviously Resident Evil will start tomorrow. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to make sure I'm done with one thing before I move on to something else, and then I don't have to really think about it so much. I think that was the problem at the end of last year, and I kept deleting playthroughs, and I kept like not finishing other games, and then there were games I couldn't even do, like Advanced Warfare. I couldn't even do that game because of stupid nonsense where apparently for some reason the cutscenes in the game weren't the ones getting content ID matches. It was actually the pre-gameplay cutscene sort of thing, and the video gets completely blocked and no one can view it. So there's no point. It's not a copyright strike, like I said, but it's more of a content ID match that blocks the entire video, anyone from watching the video anyway. So what's the point of doing it? So that was a real pain in my ass, because I have done Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I did a full playthrough of that, almost no problem. And I did Call of Duty Ghosts with no problem. So why is Advanced Warfare all of a sudden, now I have direct capture as well, why is it such an issue? It's like, what the hell? I'm not making any profit off these videos, I'm doing it for fun, so I don't know why I'm getting this sort of shit, but you know, it's YouTube and that copyright stuff, they were always kind of been down on it, and I've never really had much of a problem with content messages anyway, and it's the Call of Duty campaign, who cares? You know, I'm not really fussed about it, because who else cares? You know, it's the Call of Duty campaign. Who bought Call of Duty for the campaign? Nobody. I basically do it for the achievement's sake, but still. You know, no one really bought it for the campaign anyway, so I wasn't really fussed about that. What else was there? Obviously 2K, The Walking Dead Season 1 is done. I've actually completed that playthrough now, that's done, so I just need to finish uploading it. Halo 1's done, Halo 2 needs doing, Halo 3's done, Halo 4's ongoing, Walking Dead's done, 2K's done, and that's about it in terms of anything backlogged. So obviously FIFA's ongoing. I upload those the days the games are played, so that's still going on. I'm actually more into keeping up with that than anything else. So the last thing I've probably got to talk about is games coming up that I am doing, and I'm going to talk about that because I have not mentioned shit about this at all. So, of the games I have, The Last of Us for the PlayStation 4, I will do that again. I have to. It's a pain in my ass. It's probably the fourth time I've played through this game, but I think one thing I'm going to do is play that New Game Plus. That way it won't be so hard and I won't be having 100 parts. The second playthrough that I did before my hard drive got nicked was actually, I think, about 73. So I think it was like shorter than my my original playthrough that I did when the game first came out. So I will be doing that again, but it'll be more of a kind of a downtime game in the summer when nothing's really going on. Grand Theft Auto 5, I'll get to that. Drive Club, I don't know, I've not really touched it. No, that's the second game's actually Infamous. I'm reading off my game rack. Infamous, again, I'll get to that. GTA, I'll get to that. That's kind of the thing I want to mention in a minute. Drive Club, probably not going to do much of that. I'll see, and FIFA is obviously ongoing. What's that? I can't see what. No, it's Grand Theft Auto. Halo Master Chief Collection. This is the Xbox One games I've already explained. Dead Rising. I will do that eventually. Titanfall. I don't know if I'm going to do any more of that. To be honest, I mean, all the DLCs are out now, and the game's dead. So no one's really. And by that I mean no one's really playing it. The Walking Dead Season 1 and 2, I'm obviously doing. The Wolf Among Us, I will definitely do, especially if this is Season 1 on the way, so I'll definitely replay through that. NBA Live 15, I'm thinking about it, because I actually really like NBA Live 15. Now, for those of you that are wondering what the hell 2K is, I stopped playing the game, because I hate it. I think 2K15, I'm not... No. The 2K15 is the worst 2K basketball game of the entire series, bar none. I'm not even kidding about that. I thought 2K12 with the 3-point cheese was bad. I thought 2K13 and 14 were bad just for being bad, but this is just terrible. You get defense just does not exist in the NBA 2K15. Period. There is no defense. There is none. Your teammates don't play defense. And every time you try to play defense, being in front of the ball carrier on the other team, he'll just blow right by you like he didn't do anything. You know, you're set. You're pressing the L2 button on the PlayStation 4 left trigger on the Xbox One. You're pressing and holding the button. You're trying to get a bump animation. The guy blows by you. And this isn't Derrick Rose I'm talking about, or Russell Westbrook. This is some point guard that's a backup for the Boston Celtics or something, just for an example. And he's just, I'm using it just as an example, I'm not really hating on the guy. And he's just blowing by you like it's nothing. And it's like, there's no defense from your teammates, there's no defense from yourself. You do not play defense. Defense does not exist in NBA 2K14 at 15. And I just got to the point, I was actually playing for the game, and I got to the point where I just didn't want to play it anymore. So I traded the fucker in. It's garbage. It's absolute trash. NBA Live is a better game. It really is. I mean, yes, the layups and the dunks, everything turns into a layup/dunk fest. But at least when you actually play defense, it actually does make shots miss most of the time. In NBA 2K15, you can play defense, you can contest a shot. Say this isn't Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant's automatic from wherever. This could be, I don't know, Joakim Noah for free. You know, just for an example. Joakim Noah would never score a 3, but, you know, you could contest a 3 right in the dude's face. You could go up for it, contest the shot, and it would fall like there was no defender standing in front of him. I'm serious. It's so fucking pinpoint and precise. It's like Derrick Rose's 3 at the end of, I think it was the first quarter. I think it was against the Wizards or the Hawks, something like that. Derrick Rose hit this pinpoint 3, which is great. It's like that. You know, it's so pinpoint and precise, except that Derrick Rose wasn't contested. When you contest those kind of shots in 2K15, they fall. And I even had twice where, at the end of the quarter, someone would throw up a prayer from the other side of the court, and it would actually fall. And I was like, fuck this. Because this would barely ever happen in fucking real life. 2K15 is in no way real life. You know, it's not. I mean, no, it's not supposed to be. It's a game, sure. But no, there's just too many threes, there's no defense, and it's just not fun. That's the bottom line. It's no fun at all. Nada, zero, nothing. So I just got rid of the fucking game. Live 15 is a better game, at least in some way. It's not perfect, no, it's not. It's not the best game, you know, it still needs some work. But Live 15, in my opinion, is better than 2K15 this year. I'm not even joking. So there's that. Plants vs. Zombies, I could do some, I guess, just for fun. I do know the DLCs are out, I think. Well, I don't think there's any DLC for it, actually. But I will probably get around to doing that at some point, because I haven't actually put that up on the channel yet. And Metro Redo is something I'll pick up and do later in the summer again, downtime games and stuff. The Wii U, Super Smash Bros. U, I've been meaning to fucking do it, and I've had no fucking chance. But I will be doing a set of that at some point. One thing I am planning to do is, I'm trying to set the timer, I think it's 18 minutes. I need to come a bit closer to the camera, sorry. 18 minutes, alright, that's cool. One thing I need to do in the future, and I'm planning to do, is maybe do a multiplayer kind of day or two, where I just play multiplayer games or do multiplayer sets of those games, of specific games. And Smash Bros. U is definitely going to be one of them. So that's something I've got kind of in the works later. Mario Kart 8, again, the same reason. I am going to be doing that with my multiplayer stuff. Bayonetta 2, I'll get to that. Hyrule Warriors, again, I'll get to that. And Sonic Lost World, yes, I'm actually going to restart that playthrough because the reason that you don't see Sonic Lost World anymore is because I wanted to do it with direct capture. It's not part of the Sonic Marathon. So I decided to kind of remove it and do it again with direct capture because it wasn't part of the Sonic Marathon, meaning it wasn't one of those classic playthroughs that I did. The were absolutely amazing. Sonic 3. Right, this might come as a surprise to some people unless you've been following along recently. You may have noticed, or may not have noticed, that I bought an Xbox 360 again recently, about a month or two ago. I missed it. I'm going to be honest. I did miss having an Xbox 360, to be honest with you. I didn't think I would, but I did. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, funny story, we were actually over at Christmas, and over my dad's, and my brothers got these new games, and I'm thinking, shit, I actually miss playing 360. Because there is obviously some games that came out for the 360 that I never got to do. 3 of those games are the Modern Warfare trilogy, and I'll be definitely doing playthroughs of those because they're the most classic shit. I might even go to multiplayer of those, even though it'll be a hacked mess at this point. F1 2014, I've already covered most of it without going on camera, so I don't know if I'm actually going to do that. I might just like chill with that. I mean, I've got a co-op partner doing it, the co-op championship with, and we've already started it, so there's probably no point in just doing that. I'm just going to wait for 2015 to come out next gen. It's much better. Anyway, and 2014 is kind of bland anyway. It's good and fun to play, but there's just nothing in it. I actually prefer, of the games Codemasters have put out for F1, I actually prefer 2010. I think 2010 is the best. Best graphically. It's just all around great. I mean, yes, the cars spin like tops so easily, but apart from that, it's great. You know, the paddock stuff is great in the career mode, and it's so good, and it's so astounding to see how far Codemasters have gone down here. You know, they were so focused on the classic content last year, which doesn't make any sense. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but in a yearly simulation, it just doesn't make sense. You don't see classic teams in FIFA, you don't see classic teams in Madden or NHL or any of those games, so why is F1 going to do it? You know, why is everyone crying for classic cars and drivers in F1, but not classic teams in FIFA? Why are we not having the Arsenal Unbeatables from 2004 and 5? Why are we not having that team in FIFA? You know, if classic content is such a thing in these sports games, why is everyone crying out for it in Formula 1 games, but not FIFA, or Madden, or NHL, or, you know, NBA? I mean, 2K does have the classic teams in there, but no one really asked for them. No one really cares. You know, once Michael Jordan was in 2K11, that was it. Everyone was bored. You know, everyone bought the game and they loved it, despite and there was a few classic teams in there and everyone loved it. But no one really asked for them in 2K12, 13, 14, 15. You know, it's like, oh, we want more classic stuff in this game, and no one was really crying out for it. But it's F1. Oh, it's got to have classic cars and classic. Why? It's a yearly sports simulation game. It makes no sense. It's nice, but it just feels so out of place in what the game is meant to be. Am I glad they took it out? No, not really, because I did actually like the feel of the classic cars, because like I said, it's not a bad thing. It just feels really out of place, and it was so highly requested for a game that's a yearly annual sport title, and that just doesn't make sense to me. But it is nice that it's there, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'm probably going to wait for 2015 to do any footage of that. Ultra Street Fighter 4. Now, I did actually intend to pick the game up for PC and play with the Xbox One controller, but I do think the console, the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 version is actually the better in terms of finding some competition and some opponents in the for Ultra Street Fighter 4. Now, I know it's coming out for the PlayStation 4, but I don't like the PlayStation 4 controller for fighting games. I don't. And like I said at the end of my Injustice playthrough that's still up right now, and will be probably staying there, I don't know why I mentioned that, I don't like the PS4 for fighting games. I just don't, you know, it could be me just playing way too much Killer Instinct, but I've just got so used to the Xbox One controller, and I actually feel better with it than I did playing Injustice. That's just my feel and my taste of opinion. So that's why I'm getting Mortal Kombat 10 for the Xbox One. I may get Street Fighter 5 for PC, but I don't know if I'll be doing any footage of it, but I'll try. I'll see what the scenarios are by the time we get there. That's a long way away yet. World Cup 2014, I did plan to do this last year. I played through with England, the England team obviously, but the game never came out for next gen and I was pissed. I'm not sure why it didn't come out for next gen. All they really had to do was copy and paste everything from FIFA 14, put it onto some international players and make the stadiums and shit, and that's all you had to do. But they never did. The closest we got to the official World Cup game on next gen, FIFA 14, was Ultimate Team, which I do not play because I do not understand it. So I was pissed. So that was actually one of the first games I actually got for the 360, and I'll be definitely doing that playthrough and making amends for the fact that I didn't do it in the first place. So that's a playthrough that's definitely coming. Again, it might be a downtime series or it might be soon. It depends when I get down to actually doing it. F1 2010, no need. Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1. That's a game I really enjoyed for the Xbox 360, and I think I might actually play through that because I really did enjoy playing it and I really did enjoy the game. Force Unleashed 2 was meh, it was alright. I just don't think it was as good as the first one. And Bayonetta 1 is obviously the reason I'm not playing Bayonetta 2 yet. I got the 360 version. Basically because on the Wii U version, when you're playing, you're not even playing with the gamepad, you're playing with the Pro Controller. And I've noticed that some of the dialogue in the cutscenes, some of the talking, actually doesn't come through the TV and the game audio, it actually comes through the gamepad. Why? What person thought of that idea? What the hell? So I ended up getting the Xbox 360 version for that. My camera's about to run out of batteries, I better wrap this up. So I actually ended up getting the Xbox 360 version. Hopefully I'll get to doing that and then finally getting around to Bayonetta 2. I just recently bought UFC for Xbox One, WWE 2K15 for Xbox One because PSN fucked my 2K15 save in WWE and I was pissed, so I never picked it up again. It fucked up. Just because PSN was down, so I had decided to play some WWE, PSN was down, and because it couldn't install the content or some shit, it ended up having like, it was like, delete the data or don't play the game, and I was like, fuck this. And then, you know, PSN was even back up and I still had the fucking message, so I was like, fuck this, I'm getting the fucking Xbox One version because that Xbox One has the better network, let's be honest, has the better live service. You know, Xbox One has the better controller and the better live service. PlayStation has the better exclusives. It was that way in the last generation, and I think it's going to be that way in this generation. And what else was there? UFC I bought, I could do some UFC. WWE's 2K15 and NHL 15. I might do some NHL, I might do a season mode of that if I get some time, but don't really bank on that because I'm running out of time. Alright, that is basically everything I think, so I am done here. For this video, it turned more into a channel obtained the 7 Chaos previews. But like I said, you know, the only game out this week was Resident Evil 1, the remake. And that playthrough will be starting tomorrow, and I'm hoping to beat it, because it's the only Resident Evil game aside from 3 that I haven't beat yet. Actually, I haven't beat 1, 3, or Code Veronica, actually, to be fair. I could do Code Veronica, and I could do Resident Evil 4 on the Xbox 360 again. I'll think about it. I did like Resident Evil 4 for the 360. Resident Evil 5 is a no-go, because playing on your own sucks, and playing online actually sucks because it doesn't work. Resident Evil 6, I would have done it, but Lady Tom was just an Xbox 360 and is not picking up one anytime soon. I don't blame her because she's got a PS2 and she's running out of room. So that is it for this video. Guess I'm out of here. Don't worry, this will be the main video on the channel for a while, at least until tomorrow when Resident Evil starts. It'll be up after the most recent 2K videos to make sure gives the most exposure as possible. The year has started. We have our first release of the year, and there's some top ones coming out this year as far as I know. So 2015 is when the next gen consoles really come into light. I was expecting that. The last year's games were just meh. You know, there were remakes and games that weren't good enough. You know, Watch Dogs and Destiny were just not as good as they were hyped up to be, and all the rest were remasters. So it was a pretty much a disappointing year in a sense. So hopefully 2015 is where the next gen consoles really come to light. We've got games like Uncharted, possibly Star Wars Battlefront, even Battlefield Hardline to some extent, even though I'm not playing it. You know, Bloodborne, The Order 8086, Dying Light, perhaps, you know, Quantum Break I think is coming out, Rainbow Six Siege. Maybe even something from the Dark Souls, or maybe Quantum Dream finally comes out with that fucking game. That would be nice. Yes, I do mention that Lady Tomwood has a PlayStation 2. That might be coming a little bit later though, but we'll see. I did have the wires for it, but apparently my box is missing, probably thrown away by accident, and I've lost the wires, so that sucks. But hopefully if I can get that to work, then we'll start doing that. Lady Talmud is not been up. I thought I'd let you guys know. Lady Talmud hasn't done anything. Basically, we're trying to we're trying to get her a laptop that works. We got her one that actually works with the Elgato, but it's slow as fuck. So she probably has to get the RAM induced. She's actually going to go direct capture as well. So that's why she hasn't done anything. She's waiting to get the equipment. So that'll probably be in a couple of months or so. But there's nothing really coming out that's co-op for us both to do urgently. And if there is, then I'll just put it up. What I'll do is I'll just record it with my Elgato and whatever and put it on a channel. So it's not really a big thing. But there's not, like I said, there's nothing really good that's co-op right now. So she's kind of waiting. Alright guys, I'm gonna get out of here because my battery is running out and I'm overloading this video to like 20 fucking minutes. How much is this? It's 30 minutes, oh Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. These videos will be shorter, but I thought I'd get a channel update in there just to let you guys know what was going on. So sorry about that. I had no fucking clue it gone so long. My apologies about that. Alright guys, I'm gonna be out of here because I'm wasting time monologuing. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Civic Chaos previews that turned into more of a channel update. I do apologize for that again. I'm out of here before I just talk and mindless. I'm out of here. Peace guys.